What's up, everybody? Welcome to Lido, Loca. Welcome to a little bit of an impromptu Odyssey of the Seas pre-cruise. Sitting here in my hotel room trying to kill time until the cruise. Live stream. What's up, everybody? I couldn't get a good light source, so it's kind of very artistic tonight. But yes, hello. Hello, one and all. Hope you guys are doing well. If you're unfamiliar with what's going on in our lives, I will be jumping on Royal Caribbean's Odyssey of the Seas starting tomorrow, Monday through Saturday. Just going solo. The main goal is to try to get a lot of footage of the ship to share the stuff on the ship with you. Got the ultimate dining package. I'm going to hit all of the specialty restaurants, that kind of thing. Drove down to Fort Lauderdale today. I'm staying at the Hyatt House here at Dania Beach. And man, what a deal that I got. I booked this on Expedia, $124. I had $44 in Expedia credit, so like $80. And I don't know if they upgraded me or what. If you're part of the Facebook group, you'll be able to see it. But there's like the kitchen, and then over here is like a whole bedroom, and there's a huge like bathroom. I made video of it. That'll be tomorrow's show. So if you want the full tour, but this is a really great place to stay. I was super excited because there's a lot of restaurants over here. If you forgot stuff, there's like a TJ Maxx and a Five Below and all kinds of stuff like that. So this is really cool. I'm going to leave the rental car here for $10 a day. I'm going to take an Uber over to the port tomorrow. Looks like I'm 5 minutes from the port. Earlier, the Uber was about $12. So just to give you some idea of what I'm spending, $10 a day in parking. I did look into renting cars one way, and so I changed my original rental car to be one way, drop off tomorrow, but then there were no rental cars coming back, and so I had to redo my reservation and just keep the car for a week. I didn't want to go through the rigmarole of trying to go on the train or go on the bus. I'd have to buy a couple tickets for all that, and Jenny would have to come to Tampa and get me, so that catches you up on what's going on in my life. If you have any questions or if you're brand new here, I'm going to jump in the chat in a second and see who's here, answer your questions, and we'll just hang out. So what's up, everybody? I got to look over this way, so hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully the air conditioner's not crazy. What's up? What is up? Yeah, $10 a day seemed pretty reasonable. Yeah, so did I decide to go tonight? I definitely went tonight, so I wouldn't be stressed out tomorrow. Blue Crew is in the house. I see Matt Firestorm. I see Danielle, my beautiful daughter. I don't know who else is here. They had this Starbucks down at the... I wasn't close enough to walk to the Starbucks, and I didn't... The car's behind like a parking arm, and so it's kind of secure. It's kind of cool. I didn't want to change my parking, so I just got the Starbucks downstairs. So cheers. Terry, I got a compact car. I was reading online, they say that the Kia Souls have like a really big interior cockpit, but they're kind of considered a compact car. And so I was hoping that's what I was going to get. On the budget side, it said that one of the compact options was the Kia Soul, but they didn't have any when we got there. So I got the Kia Rio, which is another compact car. I was able to get in it. Good gas mileage, had the Apple Play. It was a boring drive over here. The last couple hours, you're on Alligator Alley, and it's just like, but yeah, I'm here. I'm ready. Let's see. What's the weather like down here, says Frank Hager. Well, so at home, over on the Nature Coast, it was chilly this morning. It was in the 50s. In Florida, we consider that chilly because something happens to our physiology, our blood and stuff, and if it gets below like 80 degrees, we're all pretty convinced that we're freezing to death. It felt cold when I was walking around tonight, but it says it's 70 degrees. So 70 degrees over here in the deal. Corey Graff 799. Thank you so much for the super chat. Ahoy! See you on board. I'm so excited to get on the Odyssey. The Odyssey, I'm super stoked about. It's very similar to the Spectrum of the Seas. Sadly, two of the shows I've already seen before, Showgirls and Effectors. I saw that when I was in Asia. But there's a new show in 270. Called The Book, so at least one new show. I'm excited about that. Question, is it best to buy COVID home tests from Optimum Store directly or from eMed? They're both the same wherever you can get them from. eMed sells a 6-pack, so they equal about $25 each. I don't think Optum sells them at that big of a volume, so you pay a little more, but both of them will work. I use the I use the email. Well, actually, here's the interesting thing, because people have asked this question: can you use somebody else's test? When we were on the group cruise last week, there were people that had extra tests that couldn't use them, so we brought them home, and I used somebody else's test yesterday. So that whole whether your name has to be tied to it doesn't seem to be a thing. Do you guys hear the air conditioner, or is the mic sufficient? Of course, the mic's pulling my shirt down. I got a saggy shirt. Dude, we could have slept 10 people in here. There's a big bed over there. This couch could sleep 2 or 3. The bathroom, it's like a party over here. Linda Clark, thank you so much for the super chat. One night's parking. Boom, knocked out. Thank you so much. What's going on, Julie? Slinky Ingle King is here. What is happening? Queet Beat, were you the first one in here? Was that what's happening? Question: does the hotel have complimentary airport shuttle? I don't know. I'll ask. I'm not sure if they have a complimentary airport shuttle. Our friends Scott and Kara Stevenson, they stay here. They fly in. But I don't know. Scott and Kara, if you happen to watch this, maybe leave a comment afterwards if the shuttle is complimentary. They do have a breakfast in the morning, a grab and go. I don't know what that's going to be like. Man, the biggest choice I had to make tonight is I love Panda Express. Like, I can't tell you how much I love Panda Express, but we don't have it where we're at. There's one that within walking distance, but I went and had this fantastic ramen place. It's called In Ramen or something like that. It was a dim sum ramen place, and I had their 8-hour short ribs in their signature beef broth. I got a video coming for that tomorrow. Wait till you see that. All right, good. No, let's see the. Okay, how about this, Matt? What if I do this? How about that? Yeah, this is called Hyatt House. Now, here's the thing. I was fooling around too much on my phone, and at first I put the Hyatt place in for the Fort Lauderdale, and I went over there, and it was the wrong hotel. They're like, no, we think you're supposed to be over at Dania Beach, and I'm like, you're absolutely right. I'm supposed to be over at Dania Beach. Whoopsie doopsie. So then I put in Hyatt House at Dania Beach. It brought me right here, and I went to the hotel that I saw Hyatt above, so I thought I was in the right place. I was in the wrong hotel, at the wrong hotel again. Directly across from this Hyatt House is a hotel that looks exactly like this one, except it's a Hyatt place. So pay attention. I was not paying attention. Again, the end of that boring drive just had me like, I got to get out of the car. I got to pee. I need to bang my head against the wall. This is boring. But yeah. So, I explored the space when it came to Hyatt houses, Hyatt places. There's only one Hyatt house, it seems, and I am here. And it's nice. Ooh, David Palmer has picked up night 2 of the parking. Parking, oh, thank you, guys. That's 2 nights of the parking. I appreciate it. How about that? Let's see. Oh, Firestorm says he can hear the HVAC when I put the mic directly into it. I guess that makes sense. Chuck Spencer, what's happening? Erica Emedy, what's happening? Hyatt houses in general are quite nice. Excellent included breakfast. Yeah, the guy said there's no hot breakfast. It's just grab and go, so I'll see what that is. I'm going to make a video. I guess I could get up before I make the video tomorrow and go film the breakfast. But there's a bar here, so that's the other cool thing. Like, if you like to get your drink on, there's a bar that you can buy drinks, and there's finger food included. There seem like a lot of people down at the bar. There's a swimming pool. Look, I looked for it extensively, like a workout room. I didn't see one. I looked high and low. You know I didn't look for the workout room, but it wouldn't surprise me if there's a workout room here also. Question, are you taking a hotel cruise shuttle or the Uber? Judy, I'm going to take the Uber. Again, I'm a big guy. I don't like to displace anybody on the shuttles and stuff like that. I'd rather pay a couple extra dollars and just grab a car on my own. So that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. I looked at it. It's about $12. Not too bad. They do have a shuttle from here, but I don't know what the cost is because I told the guy I was going to use the Uber. Plum Travelers, I see you're in Fort Lauderdale. What is your favorite hotel close to the port of Miami? You know, we've only been to Miami a couple times. We stayed at I don't even remember, some kind of inexpensive hotel out by the airport where the planes flew over all night. It reminded me of Maho Beach. That place was fine. It just took a little longer to drive in. Then one time we were there with Jenny's family. We stayed at the Best Western. That one was okay. The last one I stayed at, I need to go back and look at the Meraviglia. That one was nice. I think it was the Hilton downtown. It wasn't super expensive, but it was super close to the cruise port. It's just one of those trade-offs. Like, if you're going to stay downtown Miami next to the cruise port, it could be very expensive. I would almost say save the coin, stay out by the airport, and shuttle in, you know, that kind of thing. Let's see. Erica Emedy. Oh, everything jumped. I'm joining the one night parking club. Woohoo! Thank you so much. Your Wednesday night. Well, we've Monday. That's tomorrow. Tuesday. No, okay, you're up to Wednesday. Texas Girl. Thank you so much for the super chat. I don't have any super chat animation, so I'll just have to do the thing myself. Florenz Kerensky. Thank you so much for the super chat. Richard Nichols. Thank you so much for the super chat. I think we got the parking knocked down. You guys rock the Casbah. Oh, Trish is here with with another parking and some Starbucks. Ooh, the parking. Thank you so much. Drew Christie. All right, I appreciate it. The book is a pretty good show. Yeah, I love that. I love that 270 multi-use room. I can't wait to go see it again. Again, interestingly, when I was on the Spectrum, much of that ship is kind of tweaked out for the Asian market. So it's going to be interesting to see how this one's different. It looks very similar looking at everybody's videos, but I'll be able to give it a close inspection, which I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to that. I'm at the bottom of the chat if anyone wants to throw in a question. All the parking is paid. How about that? Cheers. What am I most excited about for the Odyssey? Part of it's meeting Chris Wong. How about that? It's been cool to correspond with that guy virtually, and so I'm looking forward to meeting him face to face. Part of it, I think I'm going to do the North Star. I did that on the Spectrum. I think that's going to be fun. Really just getting some footage on a new ship. I mean, again, we've been trying to figure out what the best way to do this is, and I feel like I do have an interesting perspective to share when I show the ship, right? Like, and so I want to make a ship tour. I'm just interested in getting on the ship and working, really. Just filming stuff and pointing out stuff and trying to share stuff with you guys that are looking for information about cruise ships. That's kind of the big deal. I don't know if I'll know anybody on there. I don't know if I'll have any friends there, so I'm really just going to try to do my best to work and then do my normal late night stuff, have a good meal, go to a show, maybe gamble. So I'm looking forward to that. Lisa Marie, thank you so much for the super chat. And James Stewart, thank you for the super sticker. And Lisa Castellano, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate it, everybody. Thanks for supporting the creativity. Choo-choo. Doo-ba-doo. Doo-ba-doo. There was an interesting debate going on in the comments about whether or not I should move my hands. Just so you know, I'll let the secret out. I move my hands on purpose. It's not like I'm uncontrollable. Like, go back a couple years and watch the videos where it seems like I'm 2 shades away from being dead. There's no hand movements. There's no eye movements. And there's not a lot of people watching those videos. I don't know. But yeah, so there's a little hand movement for you. Ooh, the caffeine's kicking in. I can feel it coursing through my veins. Kent Goes Cruising is here from the UK. What is up? So 5 hours ahead. 12:13 a.m. You're up late. Or early, I guess, as it were. Let's see. Yeah, Alligator Alley, Karen Griswold, man. I was like, and then they start putting up signs like, if you don't stop now, you're not going to see anything else for a while. And then there were people pulled off at the side of the road, kind of in swampy areas, and I thought, are they trying to see alligators? I almost did that. Eddie Panero, what's up? Thank you so much for the super chat. Preach. What time is my boarding? Asked CME Traveling. I'm 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock tomorrow. Will the play Grease be on the ship? I don't think so, Ladybug. This isn't one of those where they have a Broadway show. So they've got, the cool thing is the Effectors. It's like a superhero show, but they have drones, like mini drones in the theater. And they're all like geo-positioned inside the theater. It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. 60 drones take off in the finale of that show and fly around. That one's going to be cool. I can't wait to see that. Let's see. Luxury Vacation Experts Dream Vacations. Have a BBC for tomorrow for me. I don't know what that is. Is that a drink? I'll try it. I probably won't try it. I don't drink that much. But whatever that is, sounds interesting. Tina and Rick Spencer, thank you so much for the super chat. Okay, let's start the payoff of the room club. That's funny. You guys are kind. Thank you so much. Look, and that's true. I don't say it too much. I just say a lot of thank yous, but any of these ways that you support the creativity by watching the ads on the videos, by doing super chats, by buying our merch, you know, we run it like a business here, right? So I've seen people say, oh, do this for that or whatever. It just goes in a pile and we just pay our expenses for our business, and you guys keep us going. And, you know, I say this a lot. If you guys didn't watch the show, we wouldn't be able to make the show. And so 1,000 thank yous for everything that you guys do with your thumbs up and your comments and your super chats and everything. Many thanks to you guys. It's a beautiful thing. We appreciate your generosity and support of the show. The show. Rufus Green, thank you so much for the super chat. Is it true that cruise lines are allowing some unvaxxed people on or no? Yeah, so like the ones that definitely aren't are like Norwegian Cruise Line. Maybe Virgin is Novax, but almost every cruise line has some percentage of unvaccinated people. Most of the time, those are people that can't get the vaccine, so like kids of a certain age. But every cruise that I've been on this year, I've cruised with both vaccinated and unvaccinated people. When we go on Norwegian in December, that will be the first one that I would assume will have only unvaccinated people. Chuck Spencer, thank you so much for the super chat. That's right, Tina and Rick, pay off the room. How about that? Erica asked, have you pressed the like button yet? The interesting thing, have you noticed what they've done with the dislike button? Can you guys see the number of dislikes? They've changed it. The program that I'm using right now, I can still see the dislikes, but on the regular YouTube, I don't think you can. Woo! That chair leaned back. I wasn't expecting it. Man, like, it's a full kitchen over there. Like, I was just thinking about that. If I had been prepared, I could have brought some food to cook. I wasn't going to cook food. We don't do that. What the heck? Is it me, or did you not post your last Halloween cruise? I posted a review of that cruise. I posted kind of a news story from that cruise, but we didn't vlog that cruise. We were there with the Loca fam, hanging out, kind of being in the moment, and so that's part of the conversation that we're having. What do we want to show on a cruise ship? I doubt that I'll ever be a this is me waking up, this is me going to sleep vlogger again. It's just you know, a lot of people enjoy it for sure, but the bulk of what people seem to want, at least from us, is not that. And so I think it's more important really to be in the moment in the cruise, really looking for things that I can highlight on the cruise and tell you guys about the cruise, opposed to like, oh, I just woke up kind of thing. So I think there's definitely a spot for that kind of vlogging, and I would probably do it more so on like an excursion, like I did with that excursion to the ruins. That was a full-on like, hey, we're going on an excursion, and we did that from beginning to end. To me, that makes more sense than like, here's my whole day excursion stuck in. So yeah. One excursion, they shifted everything around on this cruise. At first, this cruise was supposed to be sea day. No, this first cruise was only supposed. This cruise was 2 days ago, 3 days ago, 4 days ago. I've only booked this cruise a week ago. A couple days ago, this cruise was just one stop at Coco Key and one stop at Nassau. But now they're having some sort of ceremony with the Bahamian governor or some leader in the Bahamas, and so we're getting a second day at Coco Key, and they moved our Nassau day. So on our Nassau day, I was going to go on that little underwater submarine thing, but that got moved around. So the only excursion I have right now is going up in the balloon on Coco Key. Okay, so I'll be doing that, but I'm going to try to get another excursion because people seem to enjoy that ruin excursion vlog. My butt hurts in this chair. Let's see. Did I miss anything? I'm looking for... If you have a question, just type it big question. Great Mewtwo, thank you so much for the super chat. I like watching the ships leave from the beach. Yeah, that's fun. I was tempted when I pulled in. I believe the Rotterdam is here, but I couldn't really get oriented. I was a little tired, too, of being in the car, but I couldn't really get oriented to see where the ships are leaving out of. So, of course, the lovely Jenny B is in here. What's up, baby? Jenny's over there. Jenny's having a party. Like, as soon as I go away, like, she's not at home. I can't track her down. She was just waiting for me to leave. I'm out here busting my tuchus. Come on, where you at, baby? No, she's over there, mom's. Having a dinner. Hello to everybody. Hello, Emily. Hello, Frankie. Hello, anybody over there. Yeah, Meg, outdoorsman Tony. Didn't I look so outdoorsy when I was doing the ruins? It's kind of funny. Yeah, I think I don't know if the ceremony is going to be on the ship, or I think the guy's going to come on the ship and they're going to have a ceremony. This is supposed to be like because the naming ceremony was the last 2 days. There's a lot of people on here right now for like a press deal that we didn't get on. And so, but I think this week they're going to have some special events, so we could be showing you some unique stuff there too. Is there a weight limit on the balloon? Nope. The balloon is one of those things that doesn't have a weight limit, so that's kind of nice. Let's see. Question from Amy Burdoff. Are you coming on the RCL Wonder for its inaugural sailing on March the 4th? I don't know if I'm allowed to divulge that. I'll just say that's the same time as Jenny's birthday, and Jenny wants to go on a birthday cruise, and she would like to go on the Wonder. You can read between those lines if you want. Yeah, we're going to be on the Wonder. I guess we should say that. There's no, I mean, I think a lot of people will be on that inaugural, but the only challenge is don't book the Wonder just because we're going to be on the Wonder. So I'm not saying you would do that. I'm just saying I've been on a few cruises this year where people are like, oh, I booked a cruise just because you're on it. And, you know, let's hang out for a while. And it's like, okay, that's not, you know, so, but it's fun. But sometimes I don't have a ton of hangout time. Jackie's Adventure, thank you so much for the super chat. Have you ever been or invited on a Carnival Premier or Ultra cruise? What was it like? I've never been invited on one, but I've been on many of them. The cruise that we were just on the Mardi Gras, it's like a madhouse of people who love to gamble. The casino is packed wall to wall. There's gambling type people. I love it. But yeah, but I tell you what, if you're somebody that loves the casino and you don't like a crowd, don't go on the Ultra cruise unless you're part of it. They give all kinds of stuff away. It's pretty cool. Jeff Condon, thank you so much for the super chat. Love your channel. I keep refusing offers from Carnival after my last booking got canceled. Don't know if I should trust anymore. Here's what you should do. I would book one on a ship that's already sailing. So I wouldn't book one on a ship that hasn't sailed yet, but like Mardi Gras that sailed 18 times. Get on that ship. If you know, I don't know if that's what you're worried about. If you're worried about cancellation, but this is a good place right now in the cruise restart to book stuff that's already sailing. But I wouldn't book something that hasn't sailed yet. I hope that helps. Peter Mann, thank you so much. Yeah, the old school vlogging's fun, but it really does. It's hard to do on every cruise, especially being a little bit out of shape. And yeah, that's a whole nother thing. Question from Space Force Cooks: which 2021 sailings has been your favorite? Okay, so that one's pretty easy. My two most favorite were the one on the Mardi Gras. Again, we've been trying for a couple years to have our group cruise. Got to meet a lot of people that, you know, I've only known virtually. That was awesome. The prior one to that, when it was just Jenny and I back, Jenny going back cruising for the first time, that was awesome. And then I fondly remember Adventure of the Seas, just because that was the first cruise back. And then, of course, anything that I do with Dawn is fun. So all of those hold a special place, but Alaska was pretty amazing. That one's going to be hard to beat just from an experience. But yeah, a lot of good cruises. I'm kind of funny. Like, it's so hard to rank the cruises because I'm very positive. Like, even if there's like negative stuff on any of those cruises, those seem to fade away, and they all seem like great cruises to me. So it's kind of hard to rank them. But yeah, I mean, we could say Dawn's cruise to Alaska, we could call that the best. But then tomorrow I'll call the Mardi Gras the best. But you know, it's cruising's like pizza. When it's good, it's really good, and when it's bad, well, it's still pretty good. There's a few things like that in life. Jenny, don't send me no text messages. You know what I mean. Jack Southwick, thank you so much for the super chat. Have a coffee on me and have a blast. Don't break the ship. We're on her next. We really enjoy your work. No, I'm just going to be a silent observer, kind of like the Watcher in the Marvel What If. Oh, Meg's here. Meg, I stayed up till 1:30 last night watching Shang-Chi. I wish I'd have seen that at the theater. What a great movie. But yeah, this is my goal. I'm not breaking nothing. I'm just going to be hovering, just hanging out, checking out the ship so I can share it with you guys. Because I know you guys like a lot of film, so I'm going to try to give you some film. Let's see. Question, do you like Bahamas Paradise Cruise Line? Alexis, I've never been on there, but I've seen a lot of people. If I had the opportunity, and it's a long drive down here, you know, it was 4 or 5 hours today, so that's essentially what it's like to get to Bahamas Paradise. If I had a couple things to do and I could stick a little 2-day in there, I would try it out. I'd try it out. Yeah, Adventure was really nice. It was good. It was fun. Erica. Yeah, I mean, Pika. Hey, what's up, Pika? Yeah, I don't know how good the internet is here. I mean, it's the complimentary internet, so that could be. Question, do you plan to sell a Virgin cruise? Yeah, I think we're in talks to try to get on a Virgin cruise. I don't know if that's still in play for December or not, but we're trying to figure it out. Lisa Adler, thank you so much for the super chat. Julie's missing Carnival's LMP. Yeah, those lines are crazy on the Mardi Gras, but once you got to the pizza, it was thebomb.com. Yeah, I don't think there's anything you can do to speed this thing up, but hotel internet, you guys know how it is. So, has anybody been on Odyssey of the Seas? What should I definitely try? I can't wait. I've never tried Wonderland, the specialty restaurant Wonderland. So I got the ultimate dining package, and I was reading some people talking about how to hack that thing. You can pop into the sushi bar anytime you want and get food. And so there was a guy talking about before any of your specialty dining, go pregame some sushi. And I'm like, that's a pretty good idea. Or just at lunch, go have sushi. So yeah, I'm going to try all the specialty restaurants. I can't wait to try Wonderland. There's going to be a dedicated video just for specialty restaurants for sure. So that should be pretty interesting. Let's see. I'm just looking for questions. I'm looking for love. I don't know. I messaged Jay from Parrot DJ. They're on a cruise right now, so they might not have the best internet access. I know they normally go live at 8 p.m. on Sunday, so I don't really want to step on anybody. So if you guys see Parrot DJ pop up or something, let me know. Or one of the admins, if you guys see that, let me know so I can get out of the way. But we'll just hang a bit. Brett Muller, thank you so much for the super chat. What do you think of the World Cruise from Royal Caribbean? Ashley, I like it. You know, and I was reading, I think, on cruiseradio.net that you can get maybe an inside cabin for $22,000 for 111 days cruising. That seems like a good deal. Jenny and I have been talking a little bit, like, we just both turned 50. So I think, really, if we want to take a run at the World Cruise, we should do that sometime between 50 and 60. And so I think that's one of those things that you really have to plan out. Like, you're not going to be able to impromptu spend $20,000 to $50,000 per person. That's an obscene amount of money, but you could save it up for some, like, you know, almost full year worth of cruising to all those continents, to all those places. So I'm really fascinated by the World Cruise. Like, that's definitely one of my bucket list things now, is sometime between 50 and 60 to do a World Cruise that touches, 6 continents. That'd be kind of cool. Kind of cool. Charlene, question, why doesn't Jenny cruise with you more often? Jenny cruises as much as she wants. She's gone 2 times in the last 90 days. It's just about the amount of, you know, like she has work that she does on the travel side. She cruises when she wants. I've got a little more freedom to go and get footage and stuff like that. I mean, to me, I kind of look at this as a work trip. And so when Jenny goes, we just like to chill and hang out. So in reality, if I didn't go do some of these by myself, it wouldn't matter if we went cruising. So I wouldn't be showing anything from a cruise ship because Jenny and I just like to hang out on the cruise ship. So it's a double-edged sword. I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, you should be going cruising with Jenny. It's like, well, when I go cruising with Jenny, I'm not filming anything. So, you know, yeah, you're right. I mean, we could cruise all the time and we would never show anything from a ship, which I don't think that's great, but I think it's important to get out and see some of these new ships and share some of it with you guys. Tinkerbell, thank you so much for the super sticker. Ooh, Tinkerbell's made the claim, everybody. She's the #1 fan. Numero uno. Let's see. Dylan said, question, on what ship did you and Miss Jenny go on where the animation was on the plate? That was the Celebrity Equinox, and that was the La Petite Chef. So just look for any of the celebrity chefs that have La Petite Chef, like The Edge has it. And man, that's one of the best. Let's see. How different is the Odyssey from the Spectrum, Terry asked. I don't know. Like, I haven't seen a lot of difference. Like, the layout looks the same. There's no big panda bears on the side of it, right? Like, I've seen some video of, like, a big pink cat. So there's going to be some differences. The show that happens in 270 is different. The one that was on the Spectrum was the Silk Road show, which was pretty amazing. But this one will be different. So I'm assuming there's going to be some differences, but I'll see if I can figure it out once I get on there. Yeah, Parrot DJ is currently at sea. Sometimes they do go live at their normal time, so I just want to be mindful of that. Question from Kim, did I say I'd be... Yeah, I would like to go on a Hurtigruten ship. I think those ships are cool. One of my bucket list cruises is to the Baltic, so going up kind of through Norway, going up into Russia. Not necessarily on a Hurtigruten ship, but I do like that area. I like what they're doing from a shipbuilding perspective over there, and I like the expedition ships that they're taking down to Antarctica. I would try it out. It would be cool. Question, not really, but J and D went live yesterday. Rick and Laura Dancer Quest on the cruise. I believe they said they weren't doing. Okay, well, cool. Then if this spills over, no big deal. That sounds cool. Thank you for the info, Heidi. When I leave my neighborhood here, I count that as travel. There you go. Yeah, World Cruise would be wild, man. Marie Bazile, thank you so much for the super chat. It says, "Have fun, Tony." Yeah, okay, that's good. Gustenis. Dude, I just got off the ship yesterday. Great ship. Books is the best show of them all. Sports bar, great hangout place. Yeah, that's what I. So when I came off Spectrum of the Seas, the thing I was really impressed with that ship is the fact that they figured out a way to do multiple things in single locations. So, like the place where this book show is at, during the day it serves as like an observation, lunch place, meeting place, hangout place, kind of like what Grand Central or Center Stage is on the Mardi Gras. But then also, like their sportsplex there had bumper cars and pickleball and laser tag, just so much stuff. So I can't wait to see how that's implemented here, the multi-space. And then what is that? What's the music place called? The multi-level music place? I just can't wait to check it out. Question, can you sleep the night before your cruise? Yeah, Texas Girl, I probably will. I stayed up really late last night. I didn't get much sleep. I'm kind of tired. So I'll probably go to sleep at 9 o'clock and then pop back up at 4 or 5. So it's kind of not like sleeping, but I did vlog the room here. I vlogged going to dinner, and so I'll give you guys a vlog tomorrow of what it's like to stay at the Hyatt House, and so at least you guys can see that. So I'll either work on that tonight or tomorrow, but probably in the morning. Probably in the morning. Good question, though. Good question. Steve Morales, he's going to be cleaning out his fridge. That's good to know. Oh, I just lost a question. Gene Newsom, thank you so much for the kind words. Just wanted to say thank you to Jenny again for hosting the fantastic Halloween cruise on the Mardi Gras. Yeah, it was a great time getting to hang with everybody. We had a good time. Could you do a top 10 video of specialty dining of all time? I could, Crystal, but I don't think I've got film of all of it. So I've got to kind of start. I'll probably rank the specialty dining on Odyssey of the Seas. But yeah, maybe. That'd be cool to go back and pull it out. Like right now, if I said number one is probably La Petite Chef. Not because the food was amazing, but the show was pretty amazing. Don said he's not going on my cruise. Yeah, I think he went home. Like music hall. That's it. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think Don went home. He told me he was getting on a plane today. Well, I think it dropped out for a second. Am I back? Am I back? Anyone? So yeah, I hope I answered that question, but I like to eat prosciutto and cantaloupe, that kind of stuff. Brent Muller, thank you so much for the super chat. Maybe a video with Don. Yeah, Don and I got to hook up for a little collab stuff. We're going to be working on a podcast together, and we just haven't got a chance. Lisa Adler, did I try the sushi on Mardi Gras? I did not, but I've had sushi from Bonsai Sushi before. It's pretty good. We're back. Yeah, hopefully the internet's peppy on the Odyssey. I paid for the premium, so we'll see what it's like. Question, when you go solo, do you share a table or dinner? If I don't know anybody, I prefer to eat alone. I don't like to eat with strangers. I don't like to have small talk. I don't like anything like that. I'm pretty much, if I know you, we hang out, but if I don't know you and I just met you, I don't love it. So I don't want to worry my whole meal like, oh, are we having a good conversation or, yeah, it'll just be me on these specialty dinings. Unless I meet somebody or if somebody's there that I know, I'll probably just be by myself, filming the food. Oh, Joe, thank you so much. I appreciate it. No, I just got to go to the cruise port tomorrow. I'm fine using the Uber. Thank you so much. Have I ever tried scuba diving, says GR Neil 26. My buddy is 4XL and he got certified. I've scuba dived a little bit when I was younger. My uncle was a certified scuba diver and a teacher, and I used to scuba in his pool. I've never really picked it up as an adult. It does seem fun, but I haven't tried it. Let's see. What are some first-time cruiser mistakes? I'll be on the Mardi Gras as a first cruise. Probably the biggest one that will burn you is if you pack your documentation in your checked luggage. I'm just going to give you stuff that's going to keep you off the ship. So whenever you get your passport or your birth certificate, whatever you're cruising with, and your negative test result and your immunization card, keep all that in your hand or in your purse or on your person somewhere. I didn't know if that was a male or female ask, but whoever's with, like, on the Mardi Gras, we kept it all in Jenny's crossbody bag. Do not put it in your checked luggage and give it to a porter, because that will be a nightmare. First time cruise, make a plan. Go through the schedule every day and highlight a few things that you want to do, but don't feel like you have to do all of them. I say just make a plan, because if you don't look at that thing and you don't make a list of any of them, you will have some regrets that, oh, I didn't go to a trivia, or I didn't try this, or I didn't try that. Just know that you don't have to do all the things that you say that you'd like to try, but you would regret it, I think, if you didn't make a list of things that you would like to try. I hope that makes sense. Those are my biggest ones. Don't stress, have fun. There's a lot of new stuff to deal with. Nobody's trying to, do anything bad to you. It's just the process of getting through it. And yeah, just enjoy yourself. Let's see. Question: you talked about Sirius on one of your videos. Are you going to have a cruise channel on there? I don't know how you would get a cruise channel on there. I did listen to Sirius on the way over. I listened to some Stern, but yeah, that'd be wild. Question: I really miss those vids of you and Jenny waking up and showing us your day on the ship. Oh, Tony, you got to go watch some of the old ones. Yeah, we just we don't do that much anymore. It's a little bit of a challenge, and yeah, so change, man. Change is the way life goes sometimes. Let's see. How do you get on the ships early? Eddie, I guess check in as early as possible. Try to get an early time. Again, I try to do my best to follow the rules, so I don't go over there until my assigned time. But some of the cruise lines you can just show up, which I don't advocate that. But getting the earliest time possible, or if they're selling some sort of priority boarding, you could do that. Let's see. Sherry Martin, what's the best part of the ship to book a room if you suffer from nausea? Usually we say middle. The middle of the ship and middle height on the ship is usually pretty stable. So yeah, you don't want to be at the front. You don't want to be at the back. Speaking of that, I got a guaranteed balcony cabin, and they put me in an aft balcony. So this will be the first time we rolled the dice, and we got seemingly a good cabin. I've never been on an aft balcony, so I can't wait to show that to you guys. But yeah, if you want to avoid the motion, middle is what I usually say. Middle. Let's see. I know this is a work cruise, but I hope you still get to have cruise naps. Oh yeah, look, when I work at home every day, I take a nap. Nap is part of my process, so that's how I recharge the creativity. Are we still able to check? Are we still able to pick a check-in time? Lizette, if you're on that cruise tomorrow, they close check-in, so no, I don't think so. Like you'll just have to go there tomorrow if you haven't checked in yet. I'm not sure. You can try to check in on the app, but I think they've closed official check-in. Do I think we'll still have to have COVID tests in April? Maybe. It depends. Again, they laid in all these protocols after Delta came, like the testing one particularly. And if they feel like that's what's keeping the numbers reasonable on the cruise ships, every cruise ship really has at least a case or two for the most part, if you look at that CDC website. If the cruise lines feel like the test is... Like, I would love to know the number, honestly. Like, some bean counter somewhere, is that a bad word? Some accountant, some analyst, that's probably a better word. Some analyst somewhere has a count of how many people that weren't able to cruise because they tested positive pre-cruise. And so if that number is big enough to move the needle, to make it seem good, to keep those people off, they'll keep the pre-testing. Will it still be in place in April? I don't know. I think masks will go away before the pre-testing, actually. That's my prediction. Mask and then the pre-cruise testing. Again, the 15th of December, here the interesting debate is, are the cruise lines doing what they do because the CDC is putting pressure on them to do that, or are the cruise lines doing what they do because they believe that the protocols in a layered fashion are keeping cruising the safest and keeping their cruises from shutting down? It's hard to say, because the optics of the thing, it might be good to just say, look, yeah, I know nobody likes the mask, but we're doing that because of the CDC. Once the 15th of January comes and the CDC is out of it, and they're really just doing recommendations and not really anything prescriptive, that's when it's going to be interesting to see which protocols the cruise lines really value. And so if we get past the 15th of January and there's still masks and there's tests, then the cruise lines will be signaling that they believe in those things. So it's going to be interesting. Let's see. Lindy Lou, what's up? How's it going? Question: which cruise line has better food? Great Mewtwo. I tell you what. I I've had a lot of good food. The best food I ever had was on Celebrity, but it was we through some sort of circumstance we got upgraded to the Aqua class. Like our price kept going down, and instead of giving you future cruise credit or instead of giving you money back, they just would move you up in the ranks. So we ended up in the Aqua class, which meant we had access to the spa, but then we also had access to the Blue restaurant. And so only people in the Aqua class could go to the Blue restaurant. And that was the best food that I've ever had on cruise ship. Main dining room to main dining room, I prefer Royal over Carnival or MSC. I think I even prefer Royal over Princess. And then specialty dining, it's just all a wash. I mean, no MDR is really blowing my mind because to me that's kind of like banquet service at a hotel. They're mass preparing the food. The best food you really get on the cruise ship, unfortunately, is you have to pay up for it, in specialty dining. But I don't think I've ever had a bad meal at Royal's MDR. Hope that helps. RRB Kitty, thank you so much for the super chat. Have a great cruise, Tony. Thank you for all the hard work and the daily content you provide for all of us. Hey, I'm glad to do it. It's the best job I've ever had. Again, I love the fact that I love so much about it. I love the fact that you guys let me talk to you every day. I love the fact that that I get to meet you guys. It's all great for me. So thank you guys so much for your support and your kind words. Question: have I ever done a Royal Up on a Royal Caribbean cruise before? I don't think so. We did do. I don't know. We paid for some sort of upgrade on Princess maybe recently, but I've never done a Royal Up offer. So. Question: is the thermal suites open on Symphony of the Seas? Queet Beat, I don't know. I haven't heard about the thermal suites being closed, but I don't particularly know about the Symphony of the Seas. I'm sorry. Let's see. Question: how much Dylan, only part of your question came through. Yeah, leave the hot plate at home. You get in trouble for that anyways. So what's up? Question: how much did Bolt cost to ride on the Mardi Gras? You got 2 laps for $15. And then most people said they felt like that it was worth it, 2 laps for $15. In the beginning, it was 1 lap for $15, and people were like, this doesn't seem right. Jamie Wellhite is doing some quilting. Very cool. John, thank you for the kind words. Appreciate it. Question: how much research do you do for a new ship or cruise line? I've gone both ways. Like, sometimes I don't want to do any research. I just want to go experience it and kind of take it in. But then I worry that I'm going to miss stuff. I've watched a few videos on Odyssey of the Seas. I've watched a few videos on Norwegian because we haven't been on Norwegian yet. So I would say not extensive research, but enough research so I know what not to miss, if that makes any sense. Karen Hill, thank you so much for the super chat. Good to see you. I hope you enjoy the heck out of the cruise. Thanks. I'm going to do my best. Should be fun. Eddie Fish, what's the cruise lines has the best odds on the craps table? The best, like, it seems like everybody's just doing double odds. Who was I on previously that only had single odds, though? Royal had a $5 game with, or not Royal, Carnival had a $5 game with double odds. Where was I at right before that? When we were on Mariner on Royal, it was just single odds. So it'll be interesting. I think Royal just has single odds. Let's see. Question: when is the group cruise on the Carnival? When is the group cruise on Carnival Jubilee? When is the group cruise? Yeah, we don't have anything booked on the Jubilee, Robert. Are you going to cruise out of the West Coast? Yeah, probably. I mean, I've been there this year already. I've been to Seattle, which is the West Coast. I think eventually we'll do some cruises out of California, which will be cool. Question: do you think there will be major changes with the CEO change at Royal? Sure. I mean, how do you take over a job that somebody's done for 33 years, right? So the guy, of course, the guy's been working with him for a while. The Jason Liberty's been the CFO, and if you know how all that C-level stuff works, the CEO, CFO, they work really close together. A lot of times there is a grooming process between CEO, CFO. Again, huge shoes to fill, I'm sure. And Richard Fain's still sitting on the board, so I think Richard will still have influence over it. But it'll be interesting. Richard Fain really gets credited, I think, for bringing in the megaship, and so that will be his legacy. And it'll be interesting to see what Jason Liberty does to forge his own legacy. So it'll be fun to watch. How are the Caribbean waters in April? Can they be rough? One bad day last week with a cold front in from the Gulf. I'm fortunate. I don't really get too bothered by the motion of the ocean. Um, yeah, I mean, I've seen rough waters all times of the year, so you're never immune to it. But most of the time, the cruise ships do a good job of trying to find smooth sailing, smooth water to sail in. So, but yeah, I mean, you can't avoid it sometimes. Question: if my check-in time is 11:30, what time should I arrive at the terminal, Port of Los Angeles? Mike, I've never been out there, so I don't know how long it takes to get from the car to there, but 15 minutes early is probably fine. I don't know. Has anybody been Port of Los Angeles? Should he get there earlier? Yeah, check that out. Question: do you think each cruise line has passengers with a certain personality or demographic? Paul Somerville. You know. It's an interesting question. Do certain people gravitate to a certain cruise line? Each cruise line definitely has a vibe, but I am me on all of the cruise lines that I have been on, and so I see all kinds of people, right? Like, I don't know how to answer that question because a lot of people want to assign it to the people, but really it's the cruise ship, and so I think the cruise ships attract all kinds of different people. And depending what experience that you have, that's the cruise line you end up cruising with. But I think the proper question is, what cruise line is known for this or known for that, and then that's how you pick your cruise line. But I never think about it really in the context of the people because I know a bunch of people that go on a bunch of different cruise lines. Like me personally, I think you should go on a bunch of different cruise lines so that you know what you're missing out on. And so to me, I just think there's a lot of diverse people that try a lot of different things. Question: what's a do not miss on Oasis? Do not miss the Aqua Show. Any of them, the daytime show, the nighttime show. Even if you don't feel like you could get into cats, I would not like dig cats. I would still go see it because it was a pretty amazing production. So, but I'm an entertainment guy, so that's. But you're not going to see that Aqua Show anywhere else in cruising unless it's on another Oasis class ship. Question from Donna. Just finished a cruise on the Apex and saw the Odyssey. Apex is a great ship and will be hard to top. La Petite Chef. Yeah, La Petite Chef's great. I love it. I love what Celebrity's doing on those ships too. It's just different stuff. I mean, I do think that those Oasis class kind of beat the whatchamacallit, beat the entertainment on NCL. Let's see. Here's the answer for Los Angeles. You can arrive 30 minutes earlier, just not 2 hours. Showing up with an hour early, and they let me in instead of waiting. That's good. Question: I haven't cruised in 9 years. At dinner, you have assigned tables with other people. I didn't know that they still do that. Yeah, they do that, but you can tell them that you don't want to sit with other people, and they will accommodate that. So it just some people are like, "Hey, sit me anywhere. I'm happy with that," and then some people are like, "I don't want to sit with strangers." So you've got the freedom to do that, and you can do that prior to your cruise. Lucretia Batard, thank you so much for the super chat. I love being able to chat with you on cruising topics every day. Love to see anything you get into on this cruise. Have fun. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's gonna be a blast. The Cruise World's here. What's up, buddy? What's going on, Mark? Oh, yeah, Scott's here. Scott's the newest member of the Blue Crew holding it down. Have you had to kick anybody out yet, Scott? You should just kick out somebody just for fun. Is anybody particularly, not nice we should kick out? I'm just kidding. Don't kick anybody out. Let's see. Are masks required on the beach excursions in Cozumel? So when we went to Cozumel, you have to wear a mask in public, but like when you went to Mr. Sancho's, you had to wear a mask until you got inside of Mr. Sancho's, and then you could take the mask off. You're not going to be on a beachfront wearing a mask. Nobody's going to require that. But maybe getting to the beachfront, you might have to wear a mask. Hello, Claywood. What's going on, buddy? Yeah, hit the like button. 604 likes and 4 dislikes. Wow, the 4 dislikes are getting their butt kicked. Talk about a bunch of losers. Let's make fun of the dislike people. Do you think they just don't know how to hit the like button? They're just like, I don't know what's up and what's down. Yeah, Mexico is requiring masks everywhere. But again, once you get to a place like Sancho's or the private beach, they're not gonna hold you to it. Were you anxious about your COVID results? I'm a bit nervous with the entire vacation. Yeah, every time I take the test, I'm a little bit nervous, but every subsequent time that I take it, I'm less nervous. So this was the 4th home test I took, or the 3rd home test, maybe the 4th. Anything official like that. My favorite cruise desserts, though, would be creme brulee, anything with apple pie and ice cream, and I like the baked Alaska. Lisa Marie, thank you so much for the super chat. Jenny B, enjoy a Starbucks on her. Thank you for the super chat. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I wonder if they'll... So, like on my side, the show is actually disconnected 2 times. So it's going to be interesting if they stitch it all together. I've not done a transatlantic cruise yet. That's on the bucket list. So after I went to Asia before the shutdown, that's all I want to do now. I just want to go to Europe, or I want to go other places. So I love the Caribbean. A lot of great islands down there. I enjoy jumping on cruise ships and going to the Caribbean. But if I could clear my whole schedule and there wasn't all these challenges with international travel, I'd go to Europe and just do that for about a year. Let's see. Coco K, you do not have to wear a mask on the beach. Like, you don't have to wear a mask on Coco K at all. Yeah, and we didn't get our creme brulee. Yeah, this is the other thing that we found out. This is the second time on Carnival's Halloween. On the actual night of Halloween, they replaced the desserts. And so if you had a favorite dessert and they were only serving it once during the week and it happened to be on Halloween, you just got hosed. Like the first time we noticed it, everybody was like, oh, you got to try the bitter and blanc. So I was excited because it was bitter and blanc night and it was also Halloween, and they replaced it with some crummy chocolate cake or some cheesecake. So that happened to us on this last cruise. The creme brulee was not there. We got some whacked out Halloween dessert, which was not fun. Let's see. Which cruise line would I prefer for my transatlantic? I guess any of the cruise lines that have a craps table. So we had looked at maybe doing an MSC, and I think that canceled. And I'm kind of glad because MSC doesn't have a craps table. I know that's kind of weird, right? Everybody has the thing that they like about cruising. One of mine is being able to gamble a little bit. That's the only thing I gamble on. Anything with good shows, you know, like Royal would be kind of cool, but Princess is such a really nice cruise line. I could see being in that celebrity, being in such a beautiful cruise ship for the whole time. But, you know, the transatlantic, that's a lot. But if there's a lot of stops once you get to Europe, the ship becomes a little secondary because it's more about the stops. Yeah, Joe, I could sit on the couch. I think it would be more comfortable, but I don't think I can get all the rig over there. I got a camera and a laptop and all that stuff. Yeah, my butt's not fitting in this chair very well. Have you ever seen a chocolate fountain on any cruise? Yes, I have. One time early on when we were cruising, it was on a Carnival cruise ship, and they had a chocolate fountain for the chocolate extravaganza. Sharon Pickney, what am I most looking forward to on this cruise? I think it's meeting Chris Wong and seeing the differences between Odyssey and Spectrum of the Seas. Let's see. How was craps on the Princess ship? Min and max odds. I don't think it was any more than 2 times, if it was 2 times. I've never seen anything better than double odds on a cruise ship. Have you ported out in New Orleans? If so, how is the parking? Raven, I've not ported out in New Orleans. We're going to be doing that in 2023. If anybody knows about sailing out in New Orleans, hit Raven up with some parking info. How much footage do you get to vlog for one day? Scott's Family Adventure. You know, in the beginning, I just would run the camera all the time. And then when you would go to edit or try to carve a story out, it would be impossible. Like, you'd be like, do I really have 28 minutes of this driving around Key West not looking at anything? So I became a little more intentional about what I film, and so now before I even hit record, I usually know what I'm going to do with that footage, and so that way at the end of the day I use most of my footage. So I'm very intentional about what I film. I used to say it like when I was vlogging a lot, I would say I'm shooting for the vlog. So a very specific thing that I'm shooting that I want to show, that I want to include in the vlog. That way I don't have to go through a lot of footage, and that way I can get content out quicker. So I'm very specific. And then one thing that I like to do is I like to write out the videos that I think I'm going to make, and then I can write out what kind of shots. So like, I know I'm making a comparison of the specialty dining here on Odyssey of the Seas, and so I know that for every meal I need to make sure I have a good image of the menu so that we can talk about the menu for the specialty restaurant. I need to make sure that I have good footage of my food, and then that way I can really tell the story of the specialty restaurant and probably the price, right? Because that's what people want to know. And so do a lot of work. I'd say do a lot of pre-work, and then shoot according to what you feel like you need. That way it's going to be more efficient. Sorry, that's a whole YouTube thing. I hope that wasn't too boring, guys. Crazy Crystal's retirement. Jenny B, when are you going to do a girls' cruise? I don't think Jenny B wants to do a girls' cruise, but it would be interesting if she did. Oh, she might do a girls' cruise. Winky face. Chris Wong works in the casino, so that's where I'll see him at. Hopefully, I don't know. I don't know if we're allowed to hang out, but I mean, I don't want to hang out like party hang out. It'd be cool if I could just be able to talk to him a little bit. Dean, have a good one. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Have you ever met my good friend John Heald? No, Greg, I've never met John Heald. I would like to. I've got a lot of respect for that guy because he really stands on the front end of a lot of people saying crazy stuff to him, and he handles it well. And so as somebody who doesn't catch nearly as much crap but do catch crap as that guy, I would just like to shake his hand and say, I'm impressed with what he does. So, yeah, I haven't met him. Have I planned to stream on board? Nick, I haven't really, but again, I don't have any... the challenge is most of the stuff I like to do is at night when people like to watch live streams. So maybe some afternoon live streams. I'm trying to decide, like, my big decision tomorrow is, do I want to live stream with the cell phone and the gimbal from, like, the sail away, or would I like to just take this camera and just sit and on that aft balcony and do the sail away? Because I like live streaming like this better. I can read the chat. I'm not really worried about the phone, and so I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to go top deck for the live stream tomorrow or on the aft balcony. Question from Lynette Gray. When you and Jenny do a test at home, do you have a sign out and then she sign? Yeah, you have to have your own login for Navica or eMed. So, yeah, that you have to do that. Are we thinking about Europe in 2022? I don't know. Like, we don't really have anything in mind. I'm afraid that it's going to happen like, hey, we don't have anything going this month. There's a cheap flight to the UK. Let's go do it. So, no big plan yet. Question, are there many Generation Y or millennials on cruises? It seems to be more of a SR thing. I don't know what an SR thing is, but the average age for cruisers back in 2019 was 48. But I do know young people that like to cruise. Our friend Emma, I think, is younger than most of our daughters. And so, I don't know. But, and maybe it is like... But the interesting thing is, like, Virgin Voyages was supposed to pull a lot of younger folks, but it seems like it's pulling... I read an interesting article, I can't remember who wrote it, talking about how instead of pulling younger folks, it pulled older folks who wanted to feel younger. So that was kind of interesting. I'm going on Silver Seas, Seabourn, Viking, and Celebrity. How do you like those cruise lines? I've only been on Celebrity out of those, but what I understand, the reputation of Silver Seas, Seabourn, and Viking they are chef's kiss, top notch. You get almost everything included, and you get what you pay for, and I understand those are really nice cruising experience. Are you able to get a phone signal on board so you can work throughout your cruise? Now, most of the time, you're not going to get your cell phone signal unless you're in a port, so you got to do something like Wi-Fi calling, that kind of thing. I don't use the phone. I don't like to talk to people on the phone. I don't need voice. I just need data. I just need the internet. So it works well for me. Jenny has a bigger challenge because she has to make a lot of phone calls. Let's see. Claywood, yeah, I did talk about what day was it? I did talk about the Jubilee coming out of Galveston. It's just a couple days ago, I think. Yeah, so Emma's younger than two of our daughters. Would we consider a group cruise to Canada, New England? Yeah, the first Mardi Gras, I think it was a group cruise. That's what we were supposed to do. We were supposed to go from New York up to New England. Yeah, I think we will. Again, we're trying to, as cruising starts again, we're going to find that we have different strategies for how we do group cruises and everything, really, once we get cruising past the pandemic. And so, I don't know. Instead of throwing out a bunch of group cruises, we're trying to be really deliberate about it. And so, yeah, I don't know if we'll ever do a group cruise up to Canada or New England, but I would like to. Those are places I haven't been. That would be fun. I heard there are more spaces open on the Celebration Transatlantic. You can meet John Heald and cruise Hometone. Yeah, that might be fun, Mary Ellen. Let's see. Yeah, younger folks have kids. Virgin doesn't allow kids. That's interesting. Loved your live stream with Emma the other day. Thank you, Lawrence. Yeah, it's always fun talking to Emma. How long are the COVID tests good for? And could you post again the address for ordering, Robert? It's just emed.com. Mine came in with some crazy expiration dates, but they also came in with a document that said they expired later. I don't know how to tell for sure when you're ordering what the expiration date's going to be. Question: which RCL ships do you like more than the Mardi Gras? Like more than the Mardi Gras? Again, I'm not all that like. Oh, let's say which ship's better. Oasis of the Seas is my favorite cruise ship, right? And that's the only Oasis class ship that I've been on. But Mardi Gras did a really nice job. Like I would go on either one of them. So yeah, it's just different. Again, I want to go on all the Oasis class ships because I want to see all the different Broadway plays and I want to see them do the Aqua Theater there. But I'm already ready to go back on Mardi Gras just because the entertainment was phenomenal. The ship was beautiful and there were so many food options, 22 food options, so many included food options. I didn't get to try much of any of it. I'm ready to go check that out. But again, who's to say? So the most ships I've been on is I've been on 8 Carnival ships. And after that, I think maybe MSC or Celebrity is the most after that. So I'm trying to get rounded out a little bit. I need to go on some NCL. I need to go on some more Royal. I mean, I've been on several. I've been on, what have I been on? Adventure, Oasis. I've been on Mariner. I've been on Spectrum. That's 4. I feel like I've been on another one. But either way, like, again, I would go on both. That's what I would say. Go on Mardi Gras and go on Oasis. There you go. So Chuck says the EMED is currently guaranteeing that the tests are sending out will not expire before 2/1/2022. Yeah. Do you still have time for ice cream at Jackson's? I don't know what that is, Dennis. I'm not a huge ice cream guy either. I'm lactose intolerant. I got no tolerance for lactose. I don't want to see no lactose on my block. Let's see. Yeah, I think I would love that cruise. Again, a lot of people are like, oh, were you bummed out that it was wet and rainy in Alaska? And I was like, no, that was cool. It wasn't hot. I loved it. So I think I would like to see the New England fall changing colors. Go eat some lobster right there in Portland, Maine. Yeah, I think it'd be fun. Do I have a roll call option in your channel? Do you have a roll call? I don't know what that is, Mike. That's right, Cruise World. Yeah, you just go on both. Meg says, I'm afraid once I get on a ship, I'll never leave. Yeah, you won't want to leave. Wonder if Galveston will do something with the cruise terminal since Jubilee is coming in. Royal is building a new one. Yeah, they probably will spruce it up. I mean, they put a lot of money into the Mardi Gras one, so it wouldn't surprise me. What did you like and dislike about the Vista? I don't like the atrium. I'm an old school Carnival atrium guy. They won me back over a little bit with Mardi Gras. I like the old atrium bar setup, the curb bar, the open 3 decks where people can line around it and watch the cruise director go crazy. I like the glass elevators behind it. And they changed that a little bit on the Vista. I don't think I like that. Again, and the other thing that I don't really like is I don't like when the ceiling feels low. Now, again, this is all nitpicky. Like, I'll go on any cruise, right? But if you're asking me to be nitpicky, I don't like when the ceiling feels low. So I like the open promenade on some other designs, but Mardi Gras did great with it. Like, the ceilings felt open. I had a good time on Mardi Gras. But yeah, some of those ships I don't want to feel choked down inside of the cruise ship. I don't want to feel claustrophobic on a big cruise ship. And sometimes you do. At least I did on the Vista class. No milkshakes to bring folks to your yard. I guess I don't know what that is. How do you feel about inside cabins? Are they as bad as people say they are? No, I mean, you got to be, we've cruised a bunch of inside cabins. You can cruise more if you cruise inside. I like cruising the balcony. I love being able to stand out there and catch the wind on my face. But again, like our friend Emma, she'll cruise inside all the time just so that she can cruise more. It's not bad. Like, you just got to have some light in there. But I sleep super good in an inside cabin. I don't think they're bad, Thank you, Lynette, for the kind words. How do you get the best price? Thanks. So a lot of times Jenny, of course, my wife, Jenny, is a travel agent, and she's always looking at stuff, and so she finds the best price. I don't really have to book much. I just say that I kind of like to go somewhere or do something, and she hooks me up. Sometimes we get to do free stuff for travel. Sometimes we get to do free stuff on the content creation side. Not a lot of that, but we're starting to make better relationships with PR people. But yeah, just look often. Book way in advance. Watch the supply and demand. Again, cruising, the demand on cruising was running way up when cruising restarted, but then when the masking came back, the demand dropped down, and then they started discounting prices. So when you see that discounted price, or when you see somebody on the Facebook group going, I just got a $25 cruise, get on there right now and see if you could get a $25 cruise. So daytime naps are the best in the inside cabin. The only thing, whenever you're napping during the day on a cruise ship, make sure you put the do not disturb on your door, or people will walk in on you, and that could be uncomfortable. Yeah, Clay, I haven't had a chance to pick up Chris socks, but I thought I would. But I just thought that'd be weird to try to give him socks at his desk in the casino. So there's a lot of stuff to figure out there. Have we ever done a high-end suite? I got upgraded to a mini suite on Princess, but never really a high-end suite. I mean, I've been on 2 cruises this year that had bathtubs, but the Mariner, we got upgraded to a junior suite, and that was nice. The room was just really wide, but never like a really nice, like, high-end deal. And will I film the cabin? Yeah, I try to film the cabin. I didn't get to film the cabin on the Mardi Gras, but every other cruise this year I did a one of those, a cabin tour. Are you interested in the behind-the-scenes stuff? Would you cover it, show restaurants, cruise? We did that one time on, I feel like it was on an MSC ship. We got to go behind the scenes for the restaurant, behind the scenes for the entertainment. That was pretty cool. I don't need to do it every cruise. We were also on a Carnival cruise, and we got to go behind the scenes in the kitchen. I like to do that every once in a while, but yeah. Yeah, the bathtub I didn't really like, to be honest. Jenny, I don't know. She was taking Canadian customers. Jenny B, can you still take Canadian customers? I think you told me something changed. Do I ever spend time at the art auction? Excuse me. No, I've not went to the art auction, but I think on the Edge, I did go to the art, the art curators. They gave like a 3-hour speech on Salvador Dali and Pablo Picasso. And then eventually they want to sell you something. But I went and sat through that whole seminar. That was pretty good. I like it. If there's interesting art, I like them talk about it. Jamie, any suggestions for my free day in New Orleans? I mean, I think just going to Bourbon Street and getting hammered is a New Orleans thing. But if you're not one of those people that go get hammered, the food is great there. You could probably take an architecture tour there. There's a lot of spooky history in New York. Not in New Orleans. Probably if it was me, I would probably do like a food tour. I would try to find a tour that takes me to all the iconic places in New Orleans, get some beignets, go to that restaurant where they invented Bananas Foster, go get you a po' boy. I would do all that kind of stuff, but I think the big thing to do is to go to Bourbon Street. Never done the chef's table on Carnival, but if I was going to, I'd probably do it on the Mardi Gras because I like where they're doing it at on the test kitchen looking area. Unless you're working, how much time do you spend awake in the cabin? There's been times where I've just sat in the cabin the whole day and just napped and looked out the window, and just depends where I'm at in my mood. Sometimes especially like if it's a port day. One day we were in Nassau and I just sat there and watched that dredge all day, the Marco Polo. Yeah, I like it. I like the isolation of it sometimes. So, question, best ship to do a back-to-back cruise on? Any of them, I'd say the best ship to do a back-to-back cruise on is when the second leg is a different itinerary. So if I was looking for a back-to-back, I would be looking for a cruise ship that I liked, that had a craps table, that had good entertainment and good food. This would be mine. And then I would be looking to see if the week 2 of the back-to-back had a different itinerary. Maybe week 1 it goes to Western, maybe week 2 it goes to Eastern. That way it's like getting a whole different cruise on the same ship. That's what I would do. I don't think I would like a back-to-back that does exactly the same thing as it did the week before. Question, when you're on the Mardi Gras, did it seem congested since it was back at 80% capacity? It did not seem congested. There would be times, right there in Grand Central, around Java Blue, around Center Stage, like Halloween night, there were just a lot of people milling around. But for most of the time, they do a good job. There's so many food venues there, they're spread out. There's so many entertainment venues there, they're spread out. They do a good job of keeping the people moved around. There are going to be some lines like right before the shows for comedy, that kind of stuff, but for the most part, I don't remember, being, wall-to-wall people anywhere. There's some popular spots, Fortune Teller Bar, Alchemy Bar. I mean, but you expect people to congregate there, but You would go almost anywhere on the Mardi Gras, and there would be a lot of people there, but never a lot of people all in one spot. There's a lot of people that are on the Mardi Gras. Let me know if you guys think that same thing. How am I parking the rental car for 5 days? I just pulled in. I didn't back in. I probably should have backed in, but I just pulled in and put it in park and locked it. Is that what you mean? That's probably not what you mean. No, I'm here at the hotel, and they have a parking package, $10 a day. But I did just pull it in. I had a friend that used to work for a courier company, and he worked for FedEx, and he said that, like, you have to back your car in every time if you want to be the most safe. And just because he told me I had to do it, I don't ever back my car in. Question, do any of the Princess ships have larger seats in the big theater? We've just been on the Ruby. Princess is tough, like, for fluffy cruisers. They have some chairs with no arms. They have some chairs for, mobility, stuff like that. You just got to find something like that. But most of them are squeeze your butt in between two arms to get in there. I've got out of a Princess cruise before where I went to see every show and I had bruises on the side of my hips squeezed into those chairs. Will any lines ever do overnight stays on their private islands? I feel like I overnight stayed somewhere already this year. We did 2 days on Coco Key. I don't think we do. The big advantage for them is once it's done for the night. Maybe when I went to Ocean Key, yeah, we just stayed the night there. They let you stay out till like 11 o'clock. I think you still had to be in at 11 o'clock, but then you could go out the next morning. But the advantage for the cruise lines, well, I think they can open the casino. I think if they can open the shops in the casino, I can see them doing overnight stays. But MSC definitely did it. Let's see. I have a group cruise at the end of the March. When should they tell us about the hotel info? Serious question. Pia, if it just depends. If the group cruise, if telling you about the hotel is part of it, then I would think pretty soon. But like all the time, on our cruise, we don't always have a like group hotel or anything like that. So if you're expecting them to tell you about the hotel, maybe they're not even thinking about that. So I would just reach out to the organizer and say, hey, are you going to be making a recommendation for the group hotel, or is there a group hotel, or should we be thinking about it on our own? And they might be like, oh, we just thought everybody was booking on their own. So I would check in with them. Question, have I ever done a repositioning cruise? We are doing our first one this weekend. 8-night on the Meraviglia from Miami, ending in Port Canal. Never done that. I would love to do that. I know Don just got off the coming through the Panama Canal. I like the idea of it, especially if it ends up like where you want to be. Like it would be fun to fly out to California and then end up in Florida near my house. I think that'd be cool. Let's see. Question, in 2023, I'm taking P&O's new ship, sister to Iona, Arriva. Is that how they're saying it? Arriva. Doing Med Cities in May. What would that take to get you on her too? Don't tempt me, Alan. I'm ready to come to the Med. I want to go on Iona for sure. Question, any Princess cruisers in here? Only been on Royal mostly, and one Carnival, going on Princess new ship this Christmas. Anyone know what the vibe is? So I've been on 2 Princess ships. The vibe's cool. To me, it's more of it's a little bit of an upscale cruise experience. The vibe is laid back. The way I always describe it is that Carnival, the party is always there, and you have to figure out how to extract yourself from the party. Not an obnoxious party or anything, but it's just lively. Everywhere you go, it's lively. And so if you want it to not be lively, you got to extract yourself from it. On Princess, a lot of the times, the vibe is more chill, and you got to go find the lively. So there's lively things to do. There's always a party somewhere on Princess, but you got to go seek that out, more so than that being in your face. So that's the way I talk about it. And then it's just nice. It's like classic, traditional cruising. Like you kind of want to wear slacks and a shirt for dinner. I mean, it just feels like that. But that's kind of the vibe. Question, how long have you been vlogging? When did you switch to full-time? Scott's Family Adventures. We started in 2017 by making vlogs going on our fantasy cruise, primarily for our kids, and then shortly after that made some tip videos, and then along the way we've made tips, news, we've made up our own shows, all kinds of different stuff. I think we went full-time after the Seaside in 2018. Let's see. Has there ever been a panel where many cruise vloggers answer questions on a group chat? Mike, I think there has. I mean, I've seen some live streams during the pandemic where you would have 8 or 10 cruise vloggers answering questions. But yeah, I think, and then we do it sometimes, with just one or two of us. Never done a river cruise. I would like to do a river cruise probably in Europe. The thing that sticks out with river cruising is that's really about the ports more than it's about the ship. And so, again, I want to go somewhere where I can see some interesting cities. There are river cruises in the U.S., but I'm not as interested in those river cities as, say, European river cities. Won't that coffee you drink keep me awake? It might keep me awake, but I'm pretty tired, so I think I'll probably by 10 o'clock. If we do this till 9, by 10 I might be crashed out, or I might go ahead and edit that video. Let's see. Question: leaving Sunday, taking my EMED test on Thursday. Is that right? Sunday. Doesn't it have to be within 2 days? Be careful. It seems like you would need to take it Friday. Could I wait until Wednesday night at midnight to roll into Thursday, and does the test count? Look, Jonathan, make sure you check with your cruise line, but most of the cruise lines that we're dealing with over here says that you have to be 2 days before your cruise. So if you got a Sunday cruise, you would want to take it on Friday. Our New Orleans cruise is the vlogger cruise. I think that is in January of 2023. And I saw somebody say that, like, when we say vlogger cruise, it's not a cruise for vloggers. It's just a cruise where a lot of vloggers are going to be. So it's for the people. But you'll get to see a bunch of your favorite cruise vloggers, as it were. Let's see. Question. Is it better to do the cruise offered excursion, or should I look into local companies? It just depends. I like the ones offered by the cruise line because they guarantee that they won't leave you. Some of the local ones do that also. The ones that are by the cruise line, they've been vetted by the cruise line, that kind of thing. They cost more money, right? So, it just depends. You can save money by booking third party. I just like booking with the cruise line, but I know a ton of people out there that like booking with the third party. All right, so we are over an hour and only 779 likes. I don't know how many people are in here, but I think we could get to 900. That's what I think. When will Royal go back to Labadee? I'm cruising in March. I don't know. I haven't heard much about Labadee. That's in Jamaica though, right? Or am I getting that confused with Falmouth? I know Falmouth is in Jamaica. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about Labadee. Let's see. Yeah, let's just go to 8:30. I know people got stuff to do, and this is longer than we normally go. Question: I'm doing a side-by-side off Celebrity Apex onto Royal Odyssey. Do you know if Celebrity will give me the quick COVID test on the 10th on board? I don't. Linda, you may have to ask them. I know that Don had talked a little bit about Celebrity giving tests and charging, but yeah, I would ask them, especially since you're not going onto a Celebrity ship. I mean, it is a sister ship or sister family with Royal, but I would check. Labadee is Haiti. I haven't heard much about Haiti. I don't know. I should have got a bottle of water. The only other thing I have that I put in the refrigerator is a Diet Mountain Dew for in the morning. I have to get some tap water. They could be, Tony. I don't know anything about Labadee, so if anybody's been there, let me know. Question: I think EECC is going to be cruising. Yeah, I don't know, Brian. I sent Jason a message just to see if they're going to be on the cruise. I've never met them, but I would definitely like to meet them. Let me see if they answered. So Perry DJ answered. They're on the ship. So I'm going to say thanks to Jay. Thanks. And I did not hear back from Jason. So yeah, it'd be cool if they're on there. It'd be fun to hang out and meet them. Okay, yeah, so maybe some unrest in Haiti. I show 848 likes, so we're almost at 900. Yeah, I do need to hydrate. My voice is already going. Thank you, Meg, for that. I'll go get a water. Of course, I won't be able to answer any questions, but get some tap water. What's the odds that there is like ice in here? There's an ice maker, but no ice. You're a ice maker. Got a little stool over here. Florida tap water, the finest in the land. Man, I just realized I got up. Good thing I got pants on. All right. Which Oasis sell out of Port Canaveral? I don't know. I see all these ships all the time, and I don't know. Do you have any suggestion where to find handicapped excursions for Cozumel? I would probably, whatever cruise line you're on, you could probably reach out, or I would look on the... I've never kind of filtered for accessibility, but it seems like you should be able to. That's what I would try to do first. I would try to go to the website, the planner of the cruise that I'm on, and then I would try to filter for accessibility. It seems like they should do that. Karaoke on this cruise? Yeah, if there's a chance, I'll do some karaoke. I love doing karaoke. That'd be fun. How do I get a home test from eMed that doesn't expire on December the 1st? Tammy, so Chuck was saying that whatever they're sending out now is guaranteed to last until 2022. Chris Wong is in the house. What's up, buddy? Yeah, so I'll be there. Sadly, I don't have any socks for you, but then I'm like, am I going to give the guy socks in the casino? That seems very weird. Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow. So I don't know, like, what, do you have any flexibility? Like, are we going to be able to talk, or am I just going to be able to see you while you're working? Like, I know you're not supposed to fraternize, but I don't know, it'd be cool if I could talk to you. But either way, we'll figure it out. We'll get a picture. It'll be good to see you. Everybody, go subscribe to Chris Wong Vlog. Go look at his cabin. The poor dude, man, I mean, he's got a great attitude, but he was in a guest cabin for the beginning of the restart, and then once capacity went up, it's good that capacity's going up. They put him back in the crew cabin. It's a little small. I'm just saying. It's a little small. Let's see. Do I know what the key benefits are now? I hear they're changing. Yeah, I think they took chops away for lunch. I haven't looked at it in a while. Let's see. Aspen, I'll love the Odyssey. Was on it in August. Got off the Oasis this morning in Port Miami. Stewards are saying that starting today, they believe they're increasing capacity above 50%. That's what I heard. Like, I heard by Thanksgiving, Royal's really going to be pushing up the capacity. So that's kind of cool. That's what we need. Why is there never enough singing footage of me? I was going to say, there's a couple of videos out there of me singing. I don't know. A lot of times you can't put like a whole song because of copyright. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not looking at Chris for perks or anything, but I will be in the casino. But yeah, it'll be fun. Which deck am I on this time? I don't even know. I just know that I got an aft balcony. I guess I should know that before I get on the cruise tomorrow. I'll tell you guys my cabin. I don't care because I'm not answering the door anymore. It doesn't bother me. Let's see. I took a picture of my boarding pass. Well, I'm on deck 10. How about that? And I'm platinum with Royal now. I know that's not hard to do, but I didn't think I would ever have any kind of loyalty with anybody. Yeah, so I didn't go platinum by cruising. I went platinum selling rhymes for Hallmark. So, sorry. That joke still makes me laugh. Harvey, hello from the Harmony. Beautiful ship sailing with 3,500 passengers. Enjoy Odyssey. Awesome. Yeah, Harmony's one I'd like to get on there. What kind of group activities are we doing on the 23rd out of New Orleans? This one I have nothing to do with, so I don't know anything about the planning on 2023. I don't know. I think there's a committee that's got stuff. I'm just kind of like, you guys tell me where to go, but I haven't had much to do with the Vloggers Cruise at all. I'm just waiting for them to point me in the right direction. So I don't know. 14 days from departure or before the COVID test that needs to be done 2 days before departure. Is it 14 days from departure? Is it 14 days or before the COVID test? I don't know what that means. So, Mike, again, check with your cruise line. You don't want to hang your whole cruising experience on us. But the idea is that you have to be fully vaccinated for most of these cruises. Fully vaccinated, if you're going through a 2-shot protocol, means that there was 3 weeks between your first shot and your second shot, and then you need at least 2 weeks or 15 days, depending on the cruise line, after your second shot to be considered fully vaccinated. For all of the cruise lines that are requesting vaccinated people to get an antigen test, that's normally 2 days before your cruise. So if you're cruising on a Sunday, you would need to take your antigen test on Friday. That's the way it's normally been working. Again, you got to check with your cruise line. Don't hang it all on what we say, but that's basically the way it's been working. Janet Beans, thank you so much for the super chat. Just got off the Allure this morning. The food was not great. What'd you eat? Buffet, main dining room included? What'd you get? Any merch coming out Christmas related? I haven't really had a chance to work on merch, but yeah, maybe. That's a good idea. There's always more to do than we have time to do. Cheers to that. I'm just looking for more questions. Yeah, I tell you what, again, I don't want to overwhelm Chris on his ship. I'll just be happy to meet the guy and take a picture. But if we can talk, it'll be fun. I don't know that we could do a live stream or anything. I mean, the guy is working and he lives there on the ship, so got to be super respectful of his deal. Don't want to make anybody angry. What's my favorite excursion that I've done in Cozumel, if you've done any? Sancho's. The best fun I've had is at Sancho's with my wife and then with a group of people. I haven't done anything real. I'm trying to think if I've done anything like cultural or historical at Sancho's. I haven't really. I know, like, if you want to go to the big ruins, you got to do that from Cozumel, and it takes a while to get there, like Chichen Itza or those. That would be kind of fun. But Cozumel, I like to go around, go to Margaritaville, and do some shopping, and then I had a great time at Sancho's. Again, I'm probably not the best person to ask for excursions because I'm more of a ship person than an excursion person, but good times at Sancho's. Question, I don't think that relates to me. I don't do keto or anything like that. Let's see. Windjammer. Oh, Janet had Windjammer, main dining room. Question, what is your favorite thing to do in Nassau? Nassau, I had fun, like walking around. One day we went with a group and we went to the Pirate Republic Brewery, and we went to the Grey Cliff Chocolatier, and we went to John Watling's. Nassau's got some cool places that you can walk around. I've never done an official excursion in Nassau. I don't know how much walking around's going on right now because of COVID, so it's hard to say. In Nassau, I'm trying to book that cruise or that excursion where you get on the boat that has the underwater viewing. I think that would be cool to show you guys. So it's called Sea Explorer. I had it booked, but then it changed because they changed our Nassau day. So I'm going to try to get back on that when I get on the ship. Question, we have back-to-back cruises on 2 different ships in January. Is it too soon to order tests from eMeds? I am concerned. So the risk that you run is that they sell out. If you can get them in and I would probably wait till December personally, just so that you don't run into expiration stuff. But then if you wait too long, you might not be able to get them. So it's kind of hard. Thank you, Scott's Family Adventure. Very kind. Emily Flanagan is in the house. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Jenny and I are cruising on Norwegian for the first time in December. How about that? That's going to be exciting. And I didn't realize that the Joy is the same, is a sister ship to the Bliss and the Encore. So I thought the Joy was just some old small ship. I'm kind of stoked that I'm going to be on a big Norwegian ship that I can get chicken wings 24 hours a day. Chicken wings! I've never been to the casino in Bimini, Donald. Bimini. Been to Paradise Beach, I'm pretty sure, in Cozumel. That's another one that we did. We rented a small house, I think, for 16 people. That was a kind of cool excursion. We took a boat ride to Paradise Beach. They set us up at the house. It was unlimited drinks. They barbecued, like they made a barbecue for us. We were able to swim and snorkel. That was pretty fun. Thoughts on when Windjammer might be open for dinner? I heard it was a capacity thing. I think Royal Caribbean blog said that it was coming sometime soon, maybe around Thanksgiving, but I'm not sure. Are we going on Jubilee? I don't know. We'll have to see. We normally go on Carnival on Halloween cruises, so we got Celebration. We got Horizon next year, Celebration the year after that. I like going on new cruise ships. By the time we go on Celebration should be able to indicate some of the changes that they've made from Mardi Gras. I'm always fascinated by that. What did they learn from Mardi Gras? What did they change on Celebration? Will I want to do that again to go on Jubilee? I don't know. We'll have to see what else is going on. Our Joy's cruise, I think, is the first or second week in, in December. Have you ever done currency exchange on the ship from US dollars to euro? I've never done that. The only currency exchange I ever did was when I went to Asia. Jeanette Beans, thank you for the super chat. When we saw Alana and Raphael 2 weeks ago on the Liberty and JJ Cruises this week on Allure, they're such great people. Yeah, I've met all those people. They're all super nice. Yeah, met JJ on Adventure, and then Alana and Raphael, I think we just met in somewhere in Florida before. So I've hung out with them a couple times. All nice people. All right. What do you think? Are we done? Have we done it all? Oh, man, we're almost to 1,000 likes. Can we get 86 more likes? Please? I'll stay on for 10 more minutes. Michael McShane, thank you so much for the super chat. I watch your cruise news every day. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I like, it's so hard not to make it. Like, I had that 3-day break, and it was driving me crazy. I love making this stuff every day. Every day, y'all. So what's everybody's cruise countdown? Mine is less than a day. Ooh, Oakland Travelers on the Scarlet Lady right now. What do you think? Do you love it? I've met some people on the Mardi Gras, some folks that are on a group cruise that had just got off the Scarlet Lady, and they loved it. They loved it. Will I ever collab with Emma Cruises like we did with Dawn? Well, Emma and I just did a live show together on Friday. If I ever get to the UK and it lines up, I'm sure we would cruise at the same time. Let's see. Where do you get your cruise news information from? So basically, Google. Like I Google every day, every hour, upon the hour. I dig through a lot of different news sources. I spend a lot of time on the FDA site. I spend a lot of time on the CDC site. Just anywhere that I can get information that I think is valid. Sometimes you get information from people that are out cruising, and if I can get a couple verifications of those sources, I'll talk about. More of a curator of the news. Like I'm not like a reporter. I'm not like the man on the street going, "See, give me the scoop," that kind of thing. I'm really somebody that's trying to take in all of this massive cruise news. Basically, I'm reading the cruise news so you don't have to. It's that kind of thing. I'm trying to figure out what cruise news stories are interested to you guys based on how I see you guys respond in the comments or how you guys respond to videos. I'm really doing that kind of work, the analytic work to say, okay, what stories are important? What can I do to interject myself to keep the positivity up? How can I bring the cruise news that I think is important to you guys? So I feel like I'm more of a curator. I'm looking at this camera, but I should be looking at this camera. I feel like I'm a more curator of the news than anything. Every once in a while, though, I'll get a scoop and I can break some news, but I'm not like straight news. I'm more like news commentary, news opinion, curation of the news. So, like there's some great people in the space. Matt, Royal Caribbean blog. The guy's got straight news. He gets the news a lot from Royal Caribbean. Doug Parker gets a lot of straight news. Me, I'm about taking the news that everybody's put out there and trying to figure out what would be entertaining or what would be interesting to you guys. So I'm more of a curator, commentator kind of thing. Claude Barclay, thank you so much for the super chat. Thanks for all your vlogs and cruise news. We have learned a lot from you and Jenny. Thank you so much. And that's the other thing that's in my wheelhouse is to take things that are complex and break them down in a way that are digestible and entertaining. So that's really kind of what I try to do. Thank you, Nelson. Very kind words. Thank you, Meg. You're very kind, very kind. All right, we just need 10 more likes, and then I can go to sleep. My job will be done for the day. 5-day Odyssey of the Seas. It's coming up. Thank you, Don. Appreciate the kind words. Ooh, Heidi, 111 days for the Mardi Gras celebration. How about that? Would I be willing to go on a Star Trek cruise? I don't know, Martin Jones. Like, I'm not a huge Star Trek fan. I know a little bit about Star Trek. Maybe if I went for free, I mean, to be honest, because those theme cruises are very expensive. If somebody was giving me a Star Trek cruise, I would get on it, but I don't know. I'm not running to it. Are the specialty restaurants worth the money leaving the NCL Escape in 6 days? Sylvia, yeah. I mean, I think they are. You're getting, excuse me, you're getting a very good meal in a nice, intimate environment. I mean, I don't, what do you decide is worth it or not? Like, are you like, oh, is it? Am I getting the best food for the money, or am I getting the, the main dining room experience is what I feel like is a banquet experience. You're sitting with tons of people. You're having the same food that everybody else has. When you go to the specialty dining restaurant, you're paying to have your food prepared fresh in a different kind of environment that could be more intimate, that kind of thing. One thing that I recommend for people that first start cruising or couples that are trying to find some romance on the cruise, go to the main dining room 5 nights out of the week, but then have a couple date nights that you make the specialty dining. To me, that really makes it worth it. If all of a sudden you're having all these big group kind of meals, and then you're going to sneak off and have like a nice couples intimate dinner, it's really worth the money. So it just depends how you use it. Like, does it make sense to have specialty every night? I got the dining package. So, I got $160 and I can eat 5 specialty meals and a bunch of specialty lunches. So I'm going to be trying to eat specialty as often as possible to get my value out of that. But if it wasn't for the video, if it wasn't for me wanting to show you every specialty on Odyssey, I wouldn't do that. I would just try to make it special 1 or 2 times a cruise. Michael HB Gormley, what's up, my man? Thank you for the super chat. Throw some hot dice on you and have an awesome cruise. I will, man. I'll put it on the pass line. You know how it works. I can't wait to... Mike and I threw dice on the group cruise. On a group cruise. If you're watching live in the YouTube app, how do you like the live stream? So there's a button, there's an X that says live chat. So if you close out the live chat, you'll be able to see the like button. Hit the like button and then hit the live chat button again and the chat comes back up. Especially dining on this cruise, Muffy asked. I know it's Wonderland, Chops, Teppanyaki, Azumi teppanyaki, Azumi sushi. I think I don't know. I think there's a Jamie's Italian or a seafood place. I just know there's 5 or 6 of them. Ooh, we got 1,000 likes. All right, we'll go to 8:45. 7 more minutes. Get your questions in. Never cruised out of San Juan, Matt. That's one of my favorite places to stop, but I've never cruised out of there. I'm assuming it's not a bad way to cruise out. You just fly down there. Harvey Carrero, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for all the cruise information you provide. Love watching your videos and your live chats. Thank you, Harvey. Appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. Taylor wants me to say cruising. Yeah, I'll do the call to action. How about that? Look, we're getting close to the end of the show, and before I tell you the last things I'm going to tell you, let me quickly invite you to subscribe. If you like staying up to date with everything that's going on in cruising, please consider subscribing with the notification bell on. That way you don't miss out on any of these episodes. Thank you in advance. Only 50% of the people are subscribed. It doesn't cost anything, but it helps me out a lot. Hit the subscribe button. And if you want to comment on these videos, you have to subscribe anyway. So thank you so much. NCL Joy Cruise, I think I don't know. I think it's like I thought I answered that already. I think it's the first or second week in December. It's in December. Giovanni's Table. Yeah, I'm going to all of them because I got the specialty dining. So 5 nights, 5 specialty dinings, and then I'm going to try to eat lunch. And like I said, somebody said I should pregame sushi every night. So I'm gonna kill it. Heard anything about what the shows on the Wonder of the Seas? I haven't heard anything about the shows on the Wonder of the Seas. When we get back to normal, what time should you wake up to get a chair? Too many chair hogs. I don't know. I don't really go out to the thing. I don't know. Yeah, we've been on a cruise before where people got up like at 6 in the morning to snag a chair. I think they need to police that better, honestly. Thank you, Janisha, for the kind words. Oakland Travel, thank you so much for the super chat. Hi from the Scarlet Lady on the Rocks Bar on Deck 6. Shout out to everybody at the Rocks Bar on Deck 6 of the Scarlet Lady. Question on your Princess Alaska cruise, when did you receive your medallion? Maybe a week before the cruise. After I did the check-in, part of the check-in was to say what kind of medallion I wanted. It came in the mail really quick after that. Let's see. All right, got 5 more minutes. Never been on the Allure. I've only been on Oasis of the Seas. I would like to go on all the Oasis class. If it's as good as Oasis or better, I'm sure it's awesome. Thank you, Wild About My Life. Yeah, I'm looking forward to a good cruise, and you have a good cruise also. Thank you, Angie. Appreciate it. That's right, Meg. Sun is bad for me. 6 more days till Enchanted. How about that? That'll be fun. That's the new one, right? Enchanted. Tony, definitely go see the. Yep, I'll definitely see the book. Again, I think that's the only show I haven't seen yet. I'll probably go to all the shows, but I don't know. Like, I definitely want to see the drones at the end of Effectors again. That was kind of cool. What's the deal about lunches on the specialty dining package? I don't know. I got to figure it out. But I believe, like John, when we were on Adventure of the Seas, he had the unlimited dining, and he had lunch at Azumi. So I'm assuming you can get lunch too. Ports we're going to this week, perfect day at Coco Key and Nassau, Bahamas. Keith Hensley, what's up, Hensleys? How the heck are you guys doing? Thank you for the super chat. I will have a great cruise, and I hope you and your wonderful family are doing great. What did I decide about the hotel dilemma? Well, Jennifer, here it is. I'm in Fort Lauderdale at the. Did I tell you guys I went to 3 different hotels? I'm at the Hyatt House. Hyatt House. I don't think I told you guys. Let me close the show out with that. So did I tell you guys the 3 hotel stories? Somebody say yes or no. Maybe I just told Jenny on the phone. I've never seen anybody's belongings removed. Thank you, Kristen. Yeah, I'm just trying to wear myself out so I can go to sleep. I could stay on for another 4 hours. I'm not staying on for another 4 hours. Hey, Fred. What's up, buddy? Miss you guys. You and Lisa. Glad to see you here. Maybe I did tell the question. What does the balloon ride cost? $69. And it only goes up and down. Is it going to be worth it? I don't know. A lot of people better watch that video. So the video makes at least $69. Is there going to be a Patreon live this week? Probably not. Whenever I'm cruising, I don't know when I'm going to go live. So probably no Patreon live this week. Maybe we'll double up on another week. Lunch on the dining package is only available when you're at sea. Okay, I'll hit it hard then. I did tell the story about the 3 hotels. Okay, I won't tell that. You got to watch the beginning again. All right. All right, guys. I think it's a good time to wrap it up. Hey, look, thanks for coming and hanging out with me, keeping me company while I'm here alone, ready to venture out into the great seas tomorrow. I will try to catch up with you guys when I get on tomorrow. If not alive, maybe I'll drop something on the socials. So make sure that you're on the Instagram, that you're on the Facebook. I'm doing some updates there. So, yes, I'm in Dania Beach. I was going to go over to the casino, but they only have bubble craps over there. So I'm just waiting until I get on the ship. That's right. Yes, I accidentally went to the wrong Hyatts. Okay. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. My name's Tony, and the lovely Jenny B is out there. We will see you guys later. See you on the Lido. How about that? I'm going to roll the Alaska footage to get out of this, and then I will shut this off. Have a good night, everybody.